Unsolved Murder Mysteries You Didn't Know Existed, Oklahoma Edition. Number 1. Joan Gaycroft. Oklahoma has a reputation for devastating tornadoes. Some know it as Tornado Alley. May 20th, 2013, Moore, Oklahoma. An F5 tornado kills 24 and injures 212. Oklahoma City, June 12, 1942. An F5 tornado kills 35 and injures 100. The list goes on. But one tragic storm opened the door for an opportunistic predator to make his move. Woodward, Oklahoma is the record holder of the deadliest tornado in Oklahoma history and ranks the 6th deadliest in U.S. history. On the afternoon of April 9, 1947, the sky turned deadly and produced an F5 tornado that killed 116 people. The tornado was more than 1.8 miles wide, according to the National Weather Service. The city had no warning. The tornado dropped out of the sky, bringing devastation and tragedy, but no one expected what would happen next. 4-year-old Joan Gaycroft was the youngest member of a well-known ranching family in Woodward, Oklahoma. The tornado destroyed the family home and surrounding property on that warm evening in April 1947. Joan's mother was tragically killed and her father injured. Joan and her sister escaped with only minor injuries, but Joan herself would not escape tragedy. After being taken to the local hospital for treatment, the hospital was at capacity due to a large number of local injuries, and Joan and her sister were boarded in the basement, along with many other patients. According to the Woodward News, sometime during the night, 2 men wearing khaki clothing came into the basement. According to a witness, they picked up Joan and carried her off. Joan was never seen again. Joan's surviving family continued to search for her to no avail. Over the years, more than 70 years later, the disappearance of Joan remains a mystery. Today, Joan would be 76 years old. The scar on her leg from the embedded piece of wood that injured her that night, her only known identifying mark. Number 2. Spontaneous human combustion. An Oklahoma man was initially thought to have died of spontaneous combustion in his home in eastern Oklahoma. The man was found burned to death in his home on February of 2013. One might initially come to the conclusion when hearing this that he died in a house fire, but no other surrounding structures or part of the home were burned. The man was burned so severely that his total body weight, according to an article by Alicia Agent and Shane Bergen of KFSM 5 News, his body weight at the medical examiner's office came in at only 40 pounds. The local sheriff reported that the death was suspected to be due to spontaneous human combustion, according to the news article. Spontaneous human combustion is somewhat of an unfounded claim. Though some have claimed that this is an actual condition, it's not been proven, studied, or documented. According to LiveScience.com, there are some diseases that can resemble burns and can lead to one believing that a body may have spontaneously combusted. However, I believe that it's safe to say that not many people worry about suffering this fate. It was later found by the medical examiner's office that the man died of cardiac arrest. Number 3. The death of Eileen Conway. Eileen Conway was only 50 years old when her life was tragically cut short. Eileen's body was found on an out-of-the-way dirt road in Lawton, Oklahoma. Her car was enveloped in flames and her body was burned beyond recognition. Her husband came home the day of the tragic accident to find the patio door was open. Eileen's driver's license and glasses were there in the home. The backyard hose was running water into the pool. The tub was found full of water and the phone left off the hook. The ironing board was set up and the iron turned on as if she began all of these activities and suddenly stopped, exited the home, leaving the door open and driving 15 miles to the dirt road where her car was found crashed. There were no obvious signs of struggle in the home, and it was determined that the highway patrol that the car was going speeds of 50 to 60 miles per hour. Driving at these speeds on a dirt road can be very dangerous, and the death was ruled an accident. Eileen's husband never believed that Eileen's death was an accident and pressed local authorities to continue the investigation. The case was never solved, and tragically Eileen's husband passed away in 2013, never knowing what really happened to his wife of 33 years. There's still public interest in the case, and hopefully one day the mystery of Eileen's death will be solved. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any new content.